Doctors of Reddit, when was a patient right about something but you insisted they were wrong until it got serious? Radiologist here, and I only have one somewhat matching moment since my field is fairly objective. When I did a rotation in pediatric radiology, we had this father coming in with his kid. The kid was about 5, wouldn't eat properly and throw up a lot, and was very slim. I read their file and it stated that they were in and out of the hospital a lot for the same issue over the last half year or so, but no cause was ever found. It even said the father suspected his kid might have ingested something, but since the symptoms were so unspecific, this lead was never followed. So this time it seems they must have reinforced this suspicion pretty heavily, as they came to me for a functional fluoroscopy. First picture revealed a button battery stuck in the kid's esophagus. The father was so relieved that finally something was found. His eyes teared up. I read up on the file that the battery was removed endoscopically the same day and that there was significant inflammation of the esophagus due to leaking battery acid. Crazy to think that this dad suspected something along this line and it still took half a year to finally being looked into properly. Second not exactly matching story is from when I was in the last year at university, doing clinical internships. I was at this medical ER in a bit city with a lot of homeless people, and one day, this comatose guy comes in with suspected alcohol overdose. I remember him stinking of vodka. Each time when I tried to establish peripheral vein cannula, he pulled his arms back and groaned, which resulted in me missing the shot. The fifth, sixth time trying to establish the cannula, now in one of his feet, he still pulls his legs back and I start to feel really angry. I thought this alcoholic ass won't let me do my job properly, only to block an ER room for people who are really sick, just so he can sleep out his overdose. With the help of a few other guys, we finally got a cannula and drew some blood as well. 30 minutes later, the lab results come back and he had basically no alcohol in his blood whatsoever. So we did a brain CT scan and it turns out he had a cerebral hemorrhage. This instance taught me a lot about how easy it is to misjudge people and to treat all my patients equally, even in my thoughts.